make sure you're subscribed to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It's your host, the most that does the most. JerCrispy. We're back in that video. Patchy CC. Yeah, I've been liking the Patchy CCs lately. Why fast food suck now? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. Gonna pop on the screen. 1 over to 500. And let's get it. You know, Patchy CC. What you trying to be?
I'm going to show you a few different modern fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which restaurant it is. Here is number 1. That is...
Oh, I'm about to say, yeah, that gotta be Panda Express. The Panda right there. It's still right there.
Is Panda Express. Here is number 2.
Oh, that's KFC. That is KFC. Or Chick-fil-A.
That is Arby's.
Arby's? Man, I don't even eat there. This McDonald's. This gotta be McDonald's, low-key. No, this ain't no McDonald's. The fuck is that?
Here's number 3. That is Burger King.
Ain't no Burger King look like this. Shit, not my Burger King. Not my Burger King down there. My Burger King don't look like this.
Here is number 4. That is Wendy's. Fast food restaurants in America have completely lost their identity, but it doesn't stop at these soulless gray buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast. And on top of that, the experience used to be fun. Today, the color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a regular restaurant, and the service is slower than ever. But this did not happen by accident. In fact, it's all by design. And today I'm going to break down why fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow. And while it might sound like all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the glory days. Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry. What used to be these creative architectural fun houses have turned...
That's a castle. I ain't never seen some stuff like this. Like, you know, the only time you really see stuff like this is Los Angeles, California. You know, shout out to Tupac for that California love song. You usually see this like somewhere like a small town that actually got it.
Formed into sterile gray boxes that are severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare that to what this architectural illustrator posted on Reddit. Even without the logos, you can still tell which building belongs to each fast food brand. Or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct. Early Taco Bell locations were designed to evoke the
look at Taco Bell. That must look like on some Scooby-Doo gang stuff. Zorks!
And feel of traditional Spanish and Mexican style architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams, and arched entryways. Now, you get a gray box with a modern purple LED light. Pizza Hut's red roof became such an iconic part of their...
I'm mad that they tore down a pizza box right by Family Dollars. Pizza tore down by Family Dollar, bro. Man, that used to be the good spot to go get pizza. Now you gotta go all the way to fucking Port Allen, or you gotta go to Plaquemine to get Pizza Hut, bro. Like some fucking shit.
Design that now when a new business takes over the building and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut. But today's Pizza Hut? Yep, another gray box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could see from a mile.
What is this? Oh, this must be back in the day. Hold up. It's actually not that bad. This look like something that like it should be for Waffle House though, on some real stuff. If y'all agree. Something like Waffle House.
Away. I was surprised to find out that there are still a few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look. Take this Bloomington, Minnesota location for example. It still has the massive arches on each side, the red and white.
Okay, that's kind of clean, but it's probably like less room in that mug, so people probably don't eat in how they used to eat in and shit. Bro, you know McDonald's low-key need to bring back the 24-hour with breakfast and stuff like that, bro. I ain't lying to you. Breakfast at this time right now would be actually slapping right now, especially them hot cakes.
Striped bricks around the edges and red outline gives it this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build locations faster. The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were...
Okay, that's not a bad upgrade. Look like some French fries hanging on the ketchup. Like the carton right here, if you really like looking at it in a different way, just like the carton, the fries hanging off the carton, and this just I don't know, just push it.
Supposed to resemble French fries is what most people remember visiting throughout their childhood. There are still a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and a bright blue sky. Or check out this stunning Durham, North Carolina location. This photo was taken in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993. Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024. Even this location outside of Disney World looked like a theme.
That would have been lit. Look at that. Look at them fries, man. Look at them fries, bro.
Park of its own, and I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters. Now, one of the main reasons behind the gray box trend is that it's a safer, smarter real estate investment. This strategy leans heavily on modular construction and prefab standardized architecture. When a previous brand needed a very specific build-out, which usually came down to their custom roofs, it just costs more. And in a way, they're also preparing for their imminent failure, because these vague buildings can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC combo was turned into a local pharmacy. And this former Arby's is now a local pizzeria. And to no surprise at all,
I know it's thinking now. I'm just playing. I ain't never tried Arby's before.
the local pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now, my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina that was transformed into a Dunkin' Donuts. It's undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand inside them, which will in turn reduce waste and provide opportunity to future businesses. But there's just something sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character. But it's not just the exterior that lost its character. The interior is where many of these places thrived. Stepping inside...
Low key, I ain't never seen some seats like this. Hold up. Yummy would have been hopping seat to seat, sliding down onto this. Well, yeah, Yummy would have had a fucking blast doing some crazy stuff.
Used to feel like entering a little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and teal Art Deco chairs, textured wall tiles, and neon squiggles that felt like walking through a 90s arcade. People today would probably call this tacky, and they might not be wrong, but damn, it has an identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those subscriptions I absolutely ripped. Pizza Hut felt like a legit
But the downside of that, having that said, don't eat over there at nighttime, bro. You got the motherfucking bugs at the window trying to get a slice of your nice good pizza. Oh, don't let Billy Bob see you have that pizza. That nigga gonna come in that bit, take your pizza and slap you.
Sit-down restaurant with thick carpeting, red vinyl booths, and those iconic Tiffany-style lamps that turned every meal into a dimly lit occasion. Are they a little terrifying? Sure, but I think we can all agree that we want them back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and...
I know that bit was hot to get on this mug. Nothing but branding up your fucking skins on this, bro. You can't tell me no otherwise, bro.
Indoor sets packed with massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to play in while the adults got to enjoy their meal.
Yeah, I ain't lying to you. I know they ain't never cleaned that ball pit. Somebody probably lost earrings, shoes, fucking, I don't know, son. They probably got somebody hair, somebody dog probably shedded all over this. Probably chew up piece gumma hubba bubba. and all that.
However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders and monkey bars. In a
How you hurt yourself for climbing a rope ladder? That don't make no sense.
Year span alone, from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injury claims were filed against McDonald's when kids fell off their equipment or got trapped in one of their structures. Hundreds, if not thousands of injuries went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns. Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy. Some places have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner-inspired McDonald's location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole-ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant. Ooh. This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another modernized hospital cafeteria a few years ago. A location in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn was redesigned to a 1980s theme for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still doesn't look like a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place a lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the blueprint for the modern fast food gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper, the IKEA chairs that hurt to sit in, the inoffensive abstract art, the dim industrial lighting, it can all be blamed on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was called fast casual. You still got your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were marketed as fresher, and
I don't know, son. I still never tried Chipotle, son. I don't know, son. For some reason, I never tried Chipotle, son. I tried one day, son, and Chipotle ain't the hype, son. Then I don't know, son. I'm gonna be mad a bit.
Interiors ditched the kid-friendly chaos in favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to pay. But they weren't just paying for vibes. Those 2010s Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came at a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, stock price fell to a 9-year low, and in Q4 of 2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had, losing $344 million. Public pressure around junk food intensified during this period. The Super Size Me documentary further tarnished the company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, a 13% body mass increase, increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as the face of America's obesity crisis. So while McDonald's scrambled to repair...
Okay, well, he ate how many times? 3 times a day. Or a week. My nigga, you supposed to eat McDonald's sleep about two times out the week. Then you eat some real nice, good, homemade food to balance it out. Get you some fruits. Get you some nice good vegetables in there. Drink you nice plenty good water. You'll be straight.
Its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler, healthier experience that looked and felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response, McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted was a push for a more contemporary aura, accented by terracotta, olive, and gray colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit. I also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale, and Apple taught the entire retail world that an ultra-minimalist design could signal trust and quality. Today, seemingly every fast food chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks, and the Apple Store, which has majorly contributed to them losing what made them special in the first place. Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Muchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more than a marketing tactic.
We have to be perceived as new and fresh and offering food that is new and fresh. What has changed within our restaurant? We want to communicate that to the customer on the outside.
Anyway, goddamn, my throat dry. Pause. I don't like no guacamole. Don't put no guacamole on my shit, bro. If we go to Chipotle for don't put no guacamole on my rice, man. Don't put that shit on my shit. I don't want no avocado on my shit. I don't want none of that other shit on my shit, son. I want meat, rice, and started off my burrito. I want meat. I don't even want no rice on my burrito. I don't know why y'all niggas be getting rice on that burrito. Get some cheese, lettuce, and call it a fucking day. But y'all, you probably like, JerCrispy, you can just make your own burrito at home. If you want her to do that, I'm like, but how you eat rice on yourself?
And the easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior design.
How can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier? That's basically the gist. I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding, it seems like they aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised, with buns flat as a pancake and lettuce that looks like it was left out all night.
But I bet y'all still tear down them burger buns. Even though they look kind of smashed and shit like that. What the fuck? Why they ketchup like this? They ketchup looking like some barbecue sauce over here. Hold up. Ketchup, you know, they got ketchup like the package, but they got these. They got like the barbecue little cans.
Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers, so you can't even taste the chicken anymore. And those so-called crispy fries you ordered look like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week, who has spent the past decade reviewing fast food menu items, just about had a meltdown over the decline in quality and service across every big chain in the US after countless bad experiences in 2023.
Instances not as bad as this, but where there have been problems with my order, with the quality, it's just lapsing more and more. And it's not just Culver's. It's every place. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years, where the food has just been awful. It's quite frankly disgusting.
I bet Chick-fil-A would never fuck up your food. You see how they never named Chick-fil-A? Cause Chick-fil-A don't fuck up food. It's only hood. It's only hood, nearly hood, or everybody be good spot to go to. Niggas, and they ain't say Popeyes messed up either. I mean, Popeyes, how you mess up chicken? Like, that's crazy. How do you mess up somebody's chicken? I would have seen you ran out there, but chicken, how do you mess up chicken?
I hate when this happens. And what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some just vile slop, for lack of a better word. And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money. What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right? Nope. Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeye.
Well, I'll take that back. Down, Chick-fil-A and Popeye. Y'all disappoint me. I was just giving y'all niggas a compliment. I take that back. I say every time I go to Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, my food don't be messed up. Or I don't know if they just me, but my food don't be messed up though. That's the thing about it. I don't know how y'all food be messed up. Y'all be ordering them big, stupid, dumb, long things. I get the most simplest thing, man. Give me that fish fillet. Nice, good. Let me get some fries with a drink. And end it off with a milkshake, bro. Y'all be trying to get cookies, McFlurries, I'm trying to get that apple pie. Like, come on now.
And McDonald's all raised their prices by 55 to 100%.
Yo, who fucking...
Between 2014 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants. Maybe you'd snag a couple of grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell, a McDouble, McChicken and fries, a famous bowl from KFC, and even if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has the most affordable fast food in the country, but meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a fast food meal, and I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13. Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac meal. In 2024,
$18 is kind of low-key crying and crazy. See, that's why y'all gotta get y'all choices. Big Mac is not always the go-to. You always gotta switch it up. Man, if the Big Mac doesn't work, man, get them 2 double cheeseburgers. See, nigga, if you text me what you should get for the next McDonald's meal, Instagram or the Discord, I will let you know, man. Hey, they say, 17, man, you better get them cheeseburgers. The cheeseburger be cheap as hell. Get them cheeseburgers. Go get a fish fillet. Or get the chicken sandwich. Or you get the hot and spicy. But y'all like JerCrispy, what if I don't want all that? I just want to be a Big Mac. Well, how about you spend $22 fucking for your food? I'm just trying to make sure you eat straight. Damn, my bad.
The McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019. Like they put this obnoxious claim as a myth. McDonald's medium fries increased by 138%, just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a medium fries was a 44% increase. Like we're supposed to be like,
large fries is like $5, son. Cause I remember me and one of my friends on the basketball team, right? We used to go to McDonald's on a regular basis, right? It was like a tradition, and we went, and I used to pay for his stuff, he used to pay for my stuff, and all that stuff. Like, yeah, bro.
Only a 44% increase for fries that are soggy, cold, and take 20 minutes to get? That's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap, it's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, "These chains are not charity organizations. They are not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices. They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there." I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So, they killed the vibes, ruined the taste, charged way too much money. Is it at least still fast? Well, kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru. America runs on urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster, work more, and consume more. So we designed an entire meal experience around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway, and stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel. Drive-thrus aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down. But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a line of frustrated drivers. Even places like In-N-Out are facing major problems, with lines that literally cause traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much every Chick-fil-A I've ever been to around lunchtime has 2 rows of 20+ cars bumper to bumper. Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get that somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of, but it doesn't make the food come out any faster. Now you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations—
5 people in the front and 5 people in the back. Y'all need at least about have 20 to 15 people in the back. the thing will go fast.
Where incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up. But fast food restaurants have done their homework. Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru, and twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store. And that's because of the American go culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience. It's just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone. And I'm talking to you, who's literally eating a meal while turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell in 2022 for their new vision for making service easier than ever before.
Alright, that had to be the most AI stuff I ever saw myself. Boy, this something like you supposed to get your card check and all that, bro.
New designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that
oh my god, please, I'm telling y'all this right now, bro. Getting your card check in, bro, trying to see what's something wrong, bro. That should be taking about like hours and minutes to get your car checked. I'm just gonna tell y'all that.
Ties quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their restaurant to resemble more of a studio apartment. To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed.
And the AI be messing it up itself. They want somebody to talk to them.
Some customers praising the decision, and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no more attitudes for no reason? More jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless, and Americans demanding even more convenience, how far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouths? But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand change, get better quality food, better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience. The solution is quite simple, and it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing. In places like Japan, France, or Germany, the ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is far more respectful of the dining experience. But this change didn't necessarily happen out of respect, it was by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malawi in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they said was to denounce US import restrictions and hormone-treated beef. But this was a calculated attack. In that same week, French farmers dumped 6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles. This was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced ingredients, and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in McDonald's France is sourced domestically. Now, this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food service retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable fish. The MSC is widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood. Because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held by the citizens. In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a plant native to Southeast Asia whose roots and leaves are used for food in this region. In Saudi Arabia...
Wait, how taro tastes? Anybody know what taro tastes? And their fish fillet stand for any hamburger, fish fillet, and chicken sandwich. The chicken Big Mac is often a beef sandwich with one other special item. Service.
100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities and Islamic inspectors.
Alright, just to make this short, because I know y'all don't want he at the end of this. Just to make it sure, y'all make sure y'all watch what y'all eat around this bit and all that. And don't trip about the fast food, because some people be struggling with the fast food. Love y'all to the bottom of my heart. Want to roll to 500 in my